Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're a return subscriber. My name is Chitra Moon. Today we're going to look at what men find insanely attractive about you. It doesn't matter if you're a male watching or a female watching, this reading is going to be for you. Of course, you may choose more than one option. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to choose one. Please also feel free to pause the video, but the countdown, the timer to start for that countdown is going to start now. So again, choose the one that you feel extremely gravitated towards, and then we will look at what men find insanely attractive about you. Okay, so if you are gravitated towards pile 1, a couple things to note before we start. This is going to be a reading that incorporates cards as well as remote viewing. Please, if there's anything that you like about this reading or if it resonates with you at all, please consider liking the video, commenting. I love reading your guys' feedback. But please also understand that not everything can resonate within this one pile, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. I will be offering the extended reading through my Patreon platform. That will be what men find insanely unattractive about you, so you can find the link to that in the comment section or in the description box. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the link to that, my Fiverr platform, will also be in the description box. And also, guys, I am planning to release some videos on my second channel. Check it out, just in case, there could be a message for you over there. That will be the first link in the description box. So let's get into your reading. So we're gonna look through first the cards, and then I'm gonna pick up my handy dandy crystal, my blue aquamarine crystal, and we're gonna get into specific things, okay? So you might receive a message there as well. So just please make sure you listen to the reading in its entirety so that you don't miss out on a message for you. So the cards that we got for you for this group was the Fool, the Page of Swords, the Six of Wands. Now I did draw some cards on the bottom as well. We got the Justice, the Page of Swords again, and the Nine of Pentacles. So just looking at these cards, I'm already starting to feel like we've got a bit of like, I feel like men find you very thrilling. There's a lot of contradictedness with you. You're kind of like, you have your toe in everything, and that's actually quite unique to men. You're definitely not boring, but you're surprising. So what do I mean to say? I feel like as I'm getting to know you, and, even if I've known you for 1 year, I'm finding out new things, but like, it's just, you're always catching me off guard. So with the Fool, just let's go very slowly. There is an innocence about you. I feel here like, you're innocent, but it's actually quite enjoyable to like watch, because I feel like you've just got this fresh attitude about everything and wanting to try things. Like, you're open with the Fool, and I mean that, okay? But you're also very upbeat and optimistic. So you could be, and don't ever underestimate the things that I'm mentioning, guys, because I'll tell you, one thing that people really like, especially, in a world that is just, gone to pot, in my opinion, when you encounter a person like this who is just really friendly, really upbeat, quite happy and content with their own life, that is very refreshing to be around. In a world where people are complaining all the time, like, you are just have this fresh, optimistic, attitude. And I feel like here with the Fool as well too, like, you may not be afraid to make mistakes. You've got nothing that I feel like, what's the word, like, inhabitates you? I don't know what the word is. I'm trying to find the word. Nothing keeps you back. Like, you're open and you're like always diving forth, and you're not worried about like making a mistake. You're just like getting back up again and doing it over and over again. That's very alluring to men. You've got nothing as well as like being held back. I'm really getting with this type of energy. You may have a really good self-confidence on you. And one thing we need to, talk about is men in general find that very unattractive. You know, when a woman or a person they're interested in is not confident in who they are, it kind of actually creates its own energy, and then they kind of treat the person based upon that, you know, upon like how they feel about themselves. The men will usually sometimes kind of project that back with how they treat them. But with you, it's like, it's just so refreshing. Again, you're like a glass of water, like a refreshing tall glass of water to men. They actually think that, you know, you could be actually very rare as well too. They find this very attractive. So again, the self-confidence is there, the upbeatness, the optimism. I feel like here, we may have some people who are watching who get very excited, and that could be about life, or if they're going to do something, and it could be like the dullest thing, you know, maybe they're just going to the beach, but they're like super excited about it, or if they're going to like, you know, a bike ride or something, you know, whatever that may be. You look forward to things. Men find that very attractive. Like, just again, it goes hand in hand with being happy, you know, genuinely. I feel like you're also willing to, you know, adventure out into territories that may be, and it's funny because I'm not just kind of putting that on like food or places. I'm even seeing some people who maybe even in their tradition or how they grew up, that would be something that their people do not do, but they're like, oh, I'm gonna go, I want to explore. And I'm even seeing like people who are like with flashlights, maybe taking ghost tours, or really coming up with some like unique ideas. So men, if they're dating you, you have like the best ideas for dates or things you want to do. You're not just really about the dinner and the movie. You're like, you want to go on an exploration, you know? Let's go. Let's travel the world. Let's be upbeat. Let's be spontaneous. Let's just try something new. And you are quite fun to be with. I feel like time goes very quickly with you. And I could find myself, like if I'm a man, I could find myself getting lost with time. You know, things with you always go very quickly. And even if it's in a conversation, because let's move into the Page of Swords here. But let's say one more thing about the Fool. This could be, you know, a willingness to be a little quirky, okay? You could have some quirks, okay? Some very interesting quirks. I'm not going to pretend to know what that is. Only you will know. But those quirks might be actually very attractive. And I'm talking like, let's go as far as your mind can go, okay? Page of Swords, let's move on to that. You know, you could really be like extremely witty, you know, like I'm just getting this person who just keeps it going. You know, you got to come back for everything, you know, way with words. You know, you could charm the pants off of a man just by opening your mouth, okay, with your words. You're an eternal flirt. Or you, and don't take that to the nines, guys, you know, even if it's just like a subtle comment here and there, or like a backhanded comment, you know, like that bantering, that play on words, men find that extremely hot because you're challenging the mind, right? It's the swords. You're kind of igniting that, right? And let me tell you something about the mind. When you can ignite the mind, I mean, it depends on what kind of person you are. Not everybody goes for that, but that is actually very attractive because it just kind of steps it up a bit, you know, steps it up a little bit, and it kind of just, you know, creates a little bit of mystery and excitement. But you could be very chatty. You could be and you could have an expansive like mind as well too, but also very educated, because let's be real, the Page of Swords is the young apprentice, always in learning mode. So you've always got something to talk about, something that you've researched. And it's like, now we're not just, you know, adventurous. We're also now adding like, you know, the brains to this. So yeah, you better believe you're the package deal. And I'm seeing, okay, I haven't jumped into remote viewing, but there are some things coming out. Some of you may have some really beautiful tan skin. And I don't care if you're actually going in the sun to get it, or if that's just you were born with it. Tan skin, like, this is very attractive. It's just, I'm seeing like a shoulder and it's just beautifully tan, and I just want to almost like KISS it, okay? Tan skin is playing, you know, in my mind right now. Some of you've got that. It's very attractive. And let's go to the Six of Wands now. I mean, this is that person who's just like a winner on all fronts, but There could be, I'm taking this card very literal, just the way that they are entering in on the card. There could be something very attractive energetically when you enter a room. I feel like it stops me in my tracks every time. And I don't care if you can watch this for a boyfriend, doesn't matter, a husband, but it doesn't matter how long I've been with you. Like, you always stop me. Like, I always time stops when I see you enter a room. Like, you've got that factor about you. And Six of Wands too, you could be very successful with whatever you put your mind to. And I'm not saying that you don't fail from time to time, but I just feel like here, I want to be a part of that. Okay. So you've got that kind of like high valued person type of thing, woman. You're a high valued woman. You're a person who like you want to rock with that crowd, like, because you're going to be a winner. So I feel like as a man, I do want to attach to you. I do want to be with you. Okay. Because I'm going to be a winner as well too. And the other thing that they're telling me too with the Six of Wands is you could be arm candy. Some of you could really be that person who shows up, because again, with the Six of Wands, they're dressed for the part. So you could have this way about you, like when you show up, you show out. But like men find, and let's be real here, okay? Because this is what men do think sometimes. They definitely want that. It makes them look a lot better when they have that particular type of person standing next to them who looks good, smells good, looks like, the part, whatever, just arm candy. And I don't care. You could be natural, but I hope you get where I'm going with that. Now, with these cards on the bottom, they are pointing to more physical traits, but with the Justice, I feel like we're way balanced out now, okay? So with the Justice, there could be, again, a brains aspect of you. You could have even, like, you may not even be a lawyer, but you could have a way about you, like, you know how to talk your way out of anything. And not only that too, like, you may, there's a lot of people who are not lawyers, but they know how to, like, get themselves out of things. This is what for me with the Justice adds an element here of, intelligence. But not only that too, you're very about justice. Okay. So there could be some of you who are watching who, you've got your like, things that you advocate for, or, maybe you have your opinions. This can definitely kind of point to political things now with the Justice. And there could be something with men, they find your views very attractive. Okay. Page of Swords. I'm not going to replay that. Although in this card, I cannot show it. She is showing her bottom. Okay. This could also be something that is very nice about you physically. Like, you walk into a room and my eyes are going right to that. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's big, medium, small, it all applies. And then with the Nine of Pentacles, this is kind of interesting. So I cannot also show this card, but she is actually cutting his hair. I think you have a way about you, no matter, even if you're a strong personality, you have this look like you're willing to submit. They find this attractive. I feel like men, when they look at you, they want to put you into a a pose or a position. I can't explain what this is, but there's something about you that it turns them on, like you would submit to them or something like that. Like, there's something they think about of what they would want to do to you, and that there could be a potential about you that you might allow them. Now, I'm not going to the nines with this card and saying that you're going to let them, cut your hair. I'm not saying that, but it's symbolic for me. Now, I'm going to move into remote viewing because it's like calling me. It's actually like, shut up, get to the remote viewing already. Okay. I'm already seeing something here. Now, some of the things that may pick up, in the remote viewing, you have to understand they could be just very outlandish, very unexpected, very left field, but you just got to go with it, to just be very open-minded. And remember, like, not everything's going to resonate. So just be patient until the end. Okay, I'm seeing a CLIT ring. I don't know why. There could be one person who's watching this. There are maybe men who find this very attractive, but this could also be very representative of you having piercings. Okay. Sometimes with remote viewing, you cannot tell if you have to always point out the both ways this can apply, that it's just not factual. It also could be symbolic. So maybe some of you have some piercings in some different places and men find this extremely exotic. Okay. I feel like those of you who are experimental, okay, This is also very attractive. You give, whether you are or not, you give the indication that you are. So we could have a lot of vixens here, a lot of very hot, like people watching, okay? And again, you could be the most reserved person, but this is what men find attractive, is that you give that look, okay? Now, there's also something about the dressing. There's something of a tease. It's just, I'm going like this with my, you can't see me, but you know, you go mwah, like this, and you kind of kiss your lips like and go like that. I'm getting that, like just enough. It's just enough. It's just so attractive. It gives me enough that I wonder what else is going on. So there's something also with the way that you dress. You show just enough. And I'm even seeing, if you're a man watching, there could be something about the way you have your shirt a little open, you know, a few buttons down, but I can't see everything. Or just even also the women, you know, or maybe there's just something, you know, about like a backless, you know, like strings on the back, you know, those types of shirts, right? But it's just enough. Now I am seeing the hair. The hair is fabulous. I'm going to be very honest. I am seeing blonde hair. Some of you may have blonde hair, and this blonde hair is just a turn on. Okay. It's just the right shade. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but it also could just be hair period. And I don't care if you're wearing a wig. I don't care if you have clip extensions. There's something natural about it. Your hair actually looks effortless, and I don't know, maybe some of you are really taking a lot of time, but it looks and is coming across as just very natural, but it's your best feature, some of you. Okay, this is nice. I am getting that some men find this very attractive, that you allow them to be old school. So some of you may not be coming across as this whole like independent, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this is what's coming through in the remote viewing. Some of you, the way you allow a man to be is actually very attractive. So I don't know if this is you're like letting them open the doors, or you are letting them pay for the meal, or you are just kind of having this feminine way about you, where maybe you're just kind of giving off that feminine energy, but there's just something very feminine about that. And I feel like what am I saying? If I'm a man, I'm not a man, but if I was a man, I would find this extremely feminine. You may be even putting on some sort of dance you do with your energy and your eyes, and it's just enough, but it's just so feminine. Okay, I'm also getting here, men find the fact that you may be all of these things, but you also are not stuck up. It's like actually mind-blowing for men that you are not stuck up with all of these wonderful traits. Like, how is that even possible? It's like I found a diamond in the rough. You know, because from what maybe they've, you know, experienced, it was like anybody who looked like you was just, you know, terrible to deal with, just ugly inside. But in the inside, you've just got so much love for humanity, or just love for your fellow human, or just love for like any walk of life, you know, all types of people. And that's where that justice is coming in for me. Like, you got this balanced personality, and it's like, again, like I started when I said, you hitting all categories. Now, some of you may have a very big social circle. This is actually very alluring to men as well, too. You're very likable. You've got a big social circle. People like you. Again, that high-valued woman is coming into play again. But let's be real. When you're likable, you will attract that type of energy. People will feel like, oh, wow, like, you know, they're more attracted to that, okay? Now, if you're an empath here, or you don't have much of a crowd, just don't think the reading doesn't apply to you. But some of you may be very funny. I'm just seeing here like that Page of Swords coming back into my mind. Like, you got a witty tongue on you, and you don't even realize that wittiness is actually what seals the deal and gets you most of your admirers, because it's just so attractive. It's outlandish at times. It's caught off guard. It could be sarcastic. You are a trip. You're a trip. And I'm going to be very real. As a person here who's like seeing this, I like friends like this. Keep me laughing, keep it going. Don't have me bored, looking around like I'm pulling teeth. Like, you could just be a person who's a blast to be with, and you're just very upbeat too. So I'm thinking here we've got like a genuinely happy person as well. And maybe there's not, you know, you're not coming across as like a moody person, or somebody who is just, you know, like unpredictable. Like, you always have a smile on your face, and you're always ready to be kind. And that is very attractive. So guys, this is what I'm getting. If you would like to see the reverse side of this topic on what men find unattractive about you, you can again catch that through my Patreon platform. The link to it will be the pinned comment in the comment section. I wish you all the best, guys. Take care. Hello, pile 2. Okay, before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. If there's anything that you like about this reading or if it resonates at all, please hit the like button. It helps me as a reader to gauge to see what you guys want to see more of from me, as well as comments. I love reading your guys' comments. How this is going to work is I'm going to work between the cards, and then I'm going to work between the remote viewing. The remote viewing will follow the cards, so please stick around. You do not want to miss a message for you. It is important before you make a judgment on a reading to listen to the whole thing in its entirety. I will be offering the extended reading to this one, which would be the flip side of this, which would be what men find insanely unattractive about you, through my Patreon platform. So you can find the link to that in the comment section, as well as the description box. If you'd like to book a reading, check the last link in the description box, as well as, guys, I know a lot of you are still unaware that I have a second channel. Please check out the first link in the description box. I am planning on making a few videos to release very soon, and there could be a message in that one of those readings for you. So please don't hesitate to check it out. So let's get into this. Looking at these cards generally as a reader, I said to myself, we've got quite the unique individual here. I think with this pile, you probably could be very curious as to what I'm going to say, because maybe you haven't had the best luck. I think you could be a rare gem, and I think there could be a lot of misunderstandings with this pile. I mean, we've got a high priestess, for goodness sakes, but also a hermit. So I think with this group, this is probably going to be a very beneficial reading, as well as the flip side of this will be. So again, check that Patreon link, okay, in the comment section. I think you do your own thing. I think we've got a very, very tough and strong individual here. Somebody who is just really, you know, about one's path. I don't know that I feel with this pile, love is the most important thing for you. I think you could be also very busy, but also very vastly into many different things. So I say that to say that what men do find attractive about you, if I can say, you know, something about that, you could be very, you know, off-putting, or a little bit like, not off-putting, but I'm curious. I'm curious what's going on here. You have this silent energy about you that just strikes men like it's like a chord in their heart, and they're just like, I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm staring at you a lot. Like I don't know how to approach. Maybe I got to approach differently. You know, you're very different. I feel like men, want to be very unique with the approach, or think extremely hard about this. You are different. You're giving that vibe, okay? But this is attractive, and I'm going to tell you why, okay? Men are by nature hunters. I am not going to like debate that with anybody. Men generally, well, I mean, there are a new set of men popping up, you know, that tend to be, you know, what people call F-boys. But for the most part, we're not talking about boys. We're talking about men. And when you can invoke a man to hunt, oh, that is so thrilling. So you are very attractive in that way. Like you make them actually come into themselves and say, oh, wow, like here's a chance to chase, you know? I feel like here men find you very attractive because they got to step up. They got to step up. Like you're not having it. And I don't even care if these men know you a bit. Maybe they might know you a bit, and, you know, just through conversating with you, they can get an idea and a sense. And trust me, you can get ideas and sense of people. I get it within like the first 5 seconds of a conversation. Sometimes so much so, even I don't have to even talk to you. But that's for another thing. We're not talking about psychic men here, okay? But you giving off this energy like I gotta step up. Now, let's be real. Some men may hate that, but the ones who are like the real ones, they're going to find that really attractive. And so I feel like with this pile, Definitely we're talking to the alpha males, okay? You're an alpha female. You don't run in packs. You do your own thing. You're highly distant, okay? Because again, you've got other things going on. I feel like here, there could be aspects of you sometimes that are, it could be a little bit closed, like a closed book. You're just giving drops, which is fine. I'm not really, here to judge on whether an open book is, right, as opposed to somebody who is a little bit more distant. But let's be real, like that is going to create chemistry. I feel like you invoke chemistry out of men and they find this attractive. It's like almost like I'm activated by you. You are probably very, very attractive in your own way. And I don't care what you look like, because you're also exuding that energy. And that energy is causing like a ripple effect, like a thrill through these men. And they like it. They like it. So again, this is not someone they probably met before. You're probably very, very different from what they're usually, seeing out there. And I just like, I don't know why I want to say this, but there's nothing about you that's mainstream. There's nothing. So even if someone was probably talking to you, you're probably going to start like, if someone said, what kind of books do you read? You're not going to mention like, do people still read books? But like what I mean is you're going to have like probably some really interesting books that you're reading that like people would have to dig for. Who the heck knows, spiritual books, probably like books on Dolores Cannon. Who the heck knows? Or if there's songs or something, you could be very like indie, being into like unique types of music, or maybe music that's not even from your time. It's just everything that you're doing or whatever you do or whatever your interests are, it's just not mainstream. Now, I am going to say here, there could be some people who are watching who like literally, you can pick up and sense when someone likes you, but you pay them no mind energetically. That is very attractive. I know some people might start saying, oh, well, you shouldn't be promoting playing games. I am not even talking about that. I'm talking about people who are naturally like that. Again, you're just very, you're not desperate for love. So it's like, whatever happens, happens. But I just feel like here you pay no mind in the sense that like, okay, if somebody likes you, okay, like, you gotta earn it somehow, like you can't just expect to just be like, asking me for my phone number right away and just expect that I'm going to come over. Like this is a process, but that's attractive too in a world like, where we're at today, where everything is just so easily accessible. You're not. This is attractive, guys. I'm telling you. And again, I feel like there could be people who are watching who are just like, yeah, but Chicho, this works against me a lot of the time. Who cares? They're not worth it. They're not worth you. Okay. Men, the right men, we're talking about the right men here. What they find really attractive is the fact that you set boundaries early on and you make them chase. You also invoke like mystery, Now, what's funny about that Seven of Cups is that you've got like men all like visions of you are burning in their brains. Like you have the ability to make a man go nuts. Okay? Because again, it's different. And don't we love different? Like why would we want to, if we have been used to something, we want something new. That's just human nature, right? Like you're new. Now, the other thing I feel like as well too, like just, the hermit, like, you're on a path, you're on a particular path, whatever that may be, we're talking generally to you guys here. 8 of Pentacles as well. He's very into his craft. Does he look like he even notices me talking about him right now on this card? No, he doesn't. He is into his craft. He is like busy. So literally, I feel like I can't find you. I cannot find you. Like you are keeping me on my toes. Like I just, I'm not able to put you on a schedule right away. This is hot. And it's interesting too, because with the 5 of Pentacles, again, like she's running away from this person. They know. These men know, like, you're not about it, okay? You're not going to, like, play around with, this is symbolic, the man in a crutch. This is a guy who is, not emotionally stable or maybe even physically stable or et cetera, and he's not able to give her what she needs. She's running away from him. So they know they got to step up. So even if they are like, I don't know, maybe kind of in that space, they're like not going to be able to show that to you. So you make them step up. They know you're not having any of that. They know, and people can get that sense without you saying much, that like you're not going to tolerate that kind of stuff, you know? You are about like a healthy attitude, you know, a healthy attitude, a healthy atmosphere. You're just probably not in the space. Maybe you once were, or maybe you were always like this. God bless you if you were always like this, because a lot of people have to learn to be like this. But it's like you like your space clean, and you could be very hippy dippy. Okay, that's what they call people who are spiritual. Because with the Hermit here, like, you know, healing and good energy and all that is your mantra. Okay, it's your motto. You are not having any of it. And with the High Priestess, again, like, I'm not surprised. I mean, look at her on that card. I can't show it to you guys, sorry. But hopefully you can see it. She's just like really pulling people in through her eyes, you know? She doesn't have to do much. She's like, has a full-headed, like full caped dress. She's literally just showing a piece of ankle, but she doesn't have to do much. No, her energy speaks for itself. And I am going to tell you another thing with the Seven of Cups, like, because there are two people who are on each card with the Five of Wands and the Seven of Cups who are literally engaging with each other, okay, in that way. And I feel like here, should men have had a taste of you, it's extremely hard to get that out of their head. You've got something within the way you do that with others that is like healing. Or it could be like you exude energy through that, and it's just like they can't get enough of it. I want you to know that's a real thing. When you are intimate with somebody, that is an energy exchange. And I feel like here, if people have had you, and especially if there's some people here who are like, cannot get exes to go away, like energetically, physically, emotionally, like they're still haunting you, that could be what has happened here, okay? I'm going to go into remote viewing right now, because it's like urging me to go. This will be like specific things, and again, just don't click off until you hear the whole thing. Some of you, your job is very attractive. Like you're an asset. Like you just are, like you've built something up. I don't care if it's your own business or you're doing something that's productive. Like again, he's very busy at his craft. You got something under your belt that is very remarkable. And I don't care if you're a lawyer or a shaman, okay? Or you're literally making bracelets on Etsy. Like you built this, you climbed your own ladder. You didn't ask anybody for anything. Like highly independent and then very, very intelligent, okay? I am seeing like someone who is top heavy. I hope you know what I mean. BREASTYs. Okay. This is very attractive. And if some of you have larger ones, I would say this is more towards you, but it doesn't have to be just for you. This is very attractive. Like it's kind of like one of your best assets. And I'm not saying that you're showing them or that you're obvious about it, but it's very beautiful on you. Very attractive. And so is the body. You know, some of you, your body is very, very physically fit. And I don't even mean that you're thin or athletic, but it could be. But the stature, it's like you look like you should be like painted, or it's just everything is so proportioned, or it's like you just very like sturdy. I know it sounds funny, but that's kind of, I'm really focusing on the stature. So I don't care how much you weigh. I don't care how small you are or how big you are. It's like your body really pulls people in energetically. And guys, everything is energy. I know people like to laugh. I've had a lot of people who have commented here and there about how I talk about energy. Keep laughing. It's a real thing. Okay. The lips as well too is very engaging. It's very inviting. And that would make sense if you like notice when you're talking, you notice men kind of zone out. It's like, are they even listening? Because they're looking at my lips. This is what they're looking at. And I am going to say something. There is someone here who's watching, like this lip gloss that you're putting on. Wow. I don't know. It feels glassy. I don't know if it's clear. I don't know if we got some people with the lip gloss. The lip gloss though is just unbelievable. It's just, it pulls me in like even more. So it's like your lips just naturally or something, but then you put that lip gloss, it's like it takes it to another level. It's just really working for you is what I want to say. Okay. Some of you straight up ignore men. This is hot. Some of you straight up ignore them. I'm not going to lie. That's coming through really strong. And you may not even be playing games. Okay. I don't really believe that when people are like that. They're playing games. So I really don't know who started this thing, this way about people saying that they're playing games. Because personally, I'm kind of like this. I mean, I'm married now, but when I was out there, I was like this. I really didn't give, I was always just like, okay, whoever is going to want me is going to have to, make an effort here, like it's just not going to be, just that you just come up and, like, let's have some mystery here. It's just, that's just the way I liked it to be personally for me. I like the old kind of school kind of courting or an effort put in. But that's kind of showing up. Now the shoes, there's something very attractive, and I'm getting two sets of people here with this. Wow. Some of you are really into the high heels. Like, God bless you if you can wear them. I don't know what happened to me. I can't wear them anymore. But anyways, I'm seeing mainly like the open toe. But it's like you could be very like into that. Like even when you're going places, like you're dressed up. But then I'm getting like another set of people who like may be that dressed down type with the sneakers. Like it's cute. It's really cute on a girl, especially if you're a girl watching. Like the way you rock or incorporate these sneakers is just so attractive. Like it's really attractive. Like they look good on you. They really do. Okay, your social media presence is very attractive, and there's depth. There's a lot of depth. Like I feel like if I'm looking at your social media, it's like, wow, what a presence, and I'm not just talking about the pictures, but there could be something also about the captions that's just really pulling me in. Like you're alluring even online. Like what a presence. Okay, some of you may have like an exotic feature here. I'm picking up some people maybe like a different ethnicity, and maybe people are just like, what is your culture? Like you just are a beauty, like a beauty. And I understand this as a mixed culture. I get this as well too. People are very enthralled, and I mean anybody, men and women, at what I am. They're always asking me that. But that's kind of like what I'm seeing here. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be mixed, but or of a mixed ethnicity, but like we could have like some really spicy looking like people here, like really like it worked for you, like you were like the beautiful blend, or you just like have this unique look, and it's so exotic, it's alluring, it's so attractive. And that would make sense too if you tend to like attract like maybe like a different culture than you. Maybe you tend to notice, like, let's say you're like a spicy Latina and you're like, I get all these white guys. It could be like that. I'm just using an example, but like your ethnicity is really attractive. And I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're Eastern European, like whatever, like you are like a beauty for that. Okay, so that's kind of like the window is closing right now. Again, if you'd like the flip side of this reading, check it out. It's going to be in the description box and as well as the comment section. I wish you all the best, guys. Take care. Hi, pile 3. Okay, before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. If there's anything that you like about this reading or if it resonates at all, please consider hitting the like button, comment. I love reading your guys' feedback. It helps me as a reader to see and gauge what you guys want to see more of from me. Also, please know that with this reading, it's going to be for thousands of people. So, not everything that I mentioned within this one reading can resonate with just you watching. So please make sure to listen to the reading in its entirety before you make a judgment, okay? You don't want to miss out on a message for you. I will be offering the flip side to this topic reading through my Patreon platform. You can check it out. The link to that platform will be in the comment section or within the description box. It's going to be on the flip side of this. So what do men find insanely unattractive about you? It is good to know that sometimes, just if there's anybody here who's watching who has had some issues or have been wondering like what's the problem in love, those readings can sometimes help. And as I've always said, as a reader, I do tap into both the positive and the shadow side. If you'd like to book a private reading, check the last link in the description box. That will take you to my Fiverr platform. As well as, guys, I have a second channel. I know some of you don't know. I am going to be releasing some videos soon. I've been kind of gone from there for a while, but I will be releasing some videos soon. And I don't want you to miss out on a message that might be for you in one of those videos. So check out my second channel. It's the first link in the description box. Let's get to your reading. The first thing when I pulled these cards, I said to myself, okay, we've got the knockout here. This is the knockout. And I don't care like what you look like. You're a knockout. I feel like there's been a lot of attempts. I do feel like men are attracted to you. Like you are very attractive. Like there's no issues there. But I feel like with some people, with this pile, you could be that person who tends to be maybe cast aside or done away with because you tend to be so attractive, or maybe you are finding yourself, meeting people who think you're out of their league, or maybe there could be something here with particular men who get afraid or get shy because, wow, we've got the Nine of Pentacles for real. Not only that, mixed with the Temperance and the Ace of Wands. So I could see here, it could be quite difficult. I feel like for those who are watching, maybe even if you are married right now, but in your past, it was always difficult. Like it only took the strongest, and the bravest, with you. You had to be the strongest and the bravest because with you, you are such a package deal. You really are. So let's get into that. So with the Temperance, I'm going to say another thing too, because I'm feeling called to say that. I feel like with this pile as well too, there could have been a lot of issues with, feeling like stalked in one's life, or I just feel like with these particular cards here, and especially with the Eight of Swords here, I feel like there's been a lot of issues with that. It's been probably quite scary as well too. But like, again, you are just very attractive, looks wise, energetically, physically, you've got it going on. And I feel like with this one, you could have probably bounced up a lot of people who are really hard to get rid of. Okay. I just want to put that out there in case that resonates with one person. But with the Temperance, it's interesting because I feel like you're invoking a psychic connection. You may not even realize you're doing this. And guys, I'm not going to even pretend to know why this is happening because, things are a lot deeper than what they seem. And sometimes you only find out about that stuff when you kind of go back to the other side, okay? But I feel like with the Temperance here, you're invoking a psychic connection. Not only that, you have the Moon here. People feel, never mind men, people feel energetically drawn like a moth to the flame with you. You're beautiful. You're really beautiful. And I'm going to say here with the Temperance, because the Temperance card is that card. It's kind of gender neutral. So I'm thinking here we probably have a lot of people who maybe men or maybe quite different in their appearance. Okay, I'm not going to say too much about that. If you know where I'm going with that, you'll know. But I just feel like here you've got like an aura or something. It's unique. There's depth. There's like sophistication, there's glamour. It's a lot, guys. And I feel like if a man trying to pursue you, I can't breathe right now. It's a lot. Like you're a lot to take in. And I'm feeling like you may be out of my league, or with you, it's just, and you may not even pretend to be like that, or like you could be the nicest person, but it's just, there's so much going on that I just don't know how I'm going to keep this going. So maybe with this pile, you tend to attract people who were unavailable or who were like kind of weak in a way, couldn't fit the bill, couldn't step it up, something along those lines. So maybe that other reading might actually be beneficial for you to check out. But I just feel like here with the Temperance, like you've got a calm energy, like very patient. It's like, I don't know if guys know this about the Temperance card, but that Temperance card actually in a work situation, if it was talking about an occupation, you would be in a job where you would have to kind of like take chaotic situations and bring them down. So that's why I'm trying to say the Temperance card is so powerful. It's just like you're calming to be in one's presence. You've got that aspect, but you know, and also with the Temperance, you can look very glamorous and sophisticated, but like there's depth as well. Now with the Temperance card as well, I'm not gonna lie, especially paired with the Nine of Pentacles, you could be very attractive because it does talk about being super wealthy. And I don't care, let's not go to the nines, I'm not saying you're a millionaire, but you look the part, you've got the part, you're always dressed nice. You could be very about your physical appearance. People will judge on these types of things. You know, they'll think, oh, she's out of my league. Oh, she'll probably cheat on me, something along those lines. But we are talking about what's attractive. So that part is attractive, but you care a lot about your body. I have to say that, okay? Even the Temperance will as well too. That will exude you caring a lot about the physical body. And your body could be like a 10 out of a 10. And I don't care how much you weigh or what you look like. Even your face, like everything is adding up here. And, you know, with the Ace of Wands, there could be a directness here. There could be some people who are watching who have no problem if they like something, they go after. And I mean like a person. Some men can find that attractive. Like you're direct, you know, like you say it as is, you approach. If you're watching and you're like, I would never approach a guy, just hold on. Remember, the reading is not just for you, okay? But with the Ace of Wands, it can talk about being that go-getter. Like, but you also have no problem like exuding chemistry. So again, like, just really attractive. I feel like I'm like, someone's hitting me over the head with a hammer and my tongue's sticking out. It's like in that movie, The Mask, when he sees the girl on stage and the way he acts. Like, I'm just really caught off by your beauty. And I think that scares me. I mean, I'm attracted to it, but it also scares me. Like how beautiful you are. And with the Knight of Pentacles, you could have a lot going on for yourself. You could come from a predominant family that could be attractive. You could have something going on. You could have a nice car. You could have financial wealth. You could be independent. You could be like a working woman or man, just like you've done it and you're self-dependent, because Nine of Pentacles asks nobody for anything. But also look at her attire. Very well dressed, very well kept. Like you're beautiful, but okay, this is going to sound really funny, but like you just have this look, like just, do you wake up like that? I feel like, do you wake up like that? Like I want to ask, do you just like, how much effort are you putting in? Is this natural? Because you just look on point every single time. But there is something about you that's unreachable, unattainable. And that's also attractive because I feel like here, like you're creating a challenge here. You know, there's a challenge about you. There's just like I don't know, like if I'm a man, this is invoking a challenge. Like I need you. And that's where I think there could be some issues here with, you know, having people who it's been hard for them to let go of you. Or even people you don't even know who have just been attracted and just have gotten like stupid, like just crazy about you. I feel like with this one, you've got a lot of admirers, and I wouldn't be surprised if you have copycats, you know, online people coming at you. Like, look, I can't show you the cards, but like these men in these photos are just like, okay, I think I can show you this one, but I mean, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Like he cannot help himself. He wants to touch. Okay, so this could be a bit like difficult for you, I feel like, as well. Like, yeah, you clicked on the reading. It was, you know, a fun thing to do, which is, you know, nothing wrong. That's what you should be watching the reading for. But I feel like this could be a little bit difficult sometimes because maybe you're a polite person or you just want to be nice and everybody takes it the wrong way. But like, again, like you've got a strong SEXUAL presence. I'm not going to lie. Like, I didn't even want to say that word. I tried to like avoid it. But I gotta say it with the Ace of Wands. And I feel like people are just dropping, like falling in love instantly. Now, if you're watching and that doesn't resonate with you at all, maybe you've had like a tough time, maybe choose another pile. But with this one, I feel like it's instant, like I'm instantly attractive, but I don't care like where, like, you know, what you look like again. Like, you know, just take your life and ask yourself in those encounters that you have had with people, did they kind of behave like that? You know, were some confused? Were some like, I don't even know what to do about this? Like, I feel like definitely with this pile, you may have a lot of men who like, I don't know, they just don't know how to behave, you know, like you make them act you make them act like they're not themselves, okay? They are attracted, but at the same time, they just don't know how to behave. And there could be something here with longevity. I just don't know. Maybe they end up only wanting you for one thing. Some people could feel like that who are watching. But let's move into the remote viewing here, because I feel like here, I kept hearing married woman, married woman. I feel like even if you're a married woman, it could be very attractive. Also, there's a challenge. And even if you are married, it's like, this never stopped, you know, like you were always, like you could tell, like men wanted you, like they didn't even care. Or there was something very attractive about you being unattainable. There's also something here about being dangerous. Like you have a dangerous vibe to you. I don't know what that is. I'm getting like, you know, like when you exude, like, let's say, for example, like Angelina Jolie, you see the way she kind of like portrays herself, or that she has that energy about her. You know, she could be like, you could feel like dangerous, you know, like I don't even know how to explain it into words, but there's just something about you. It's like, I don't know, it's taboo. Maybe you're older. I don't even know what this is, but it's like you invoke like a dangerous, like, oh, like, you know, this is like, she has this vibe about her. Like she could probably be a superhero or something. I don't know, you know, or an agent. I don't know what this is. But yeah, very unattainable. Great body here. Like again, with this pile, you will have some people who are really hardworking. And it's not even about attracting people. It's just for yourself, but you care a lot about your health. Okay. The way you look. And that is very, very, very well, I feel like accepted and appreciated by men. You also exude money. Again, I'm seeing that dollar sign again here. Like it's just, there's just something very attractive about that. So I don't know if it's that you dress really nice, or you have nice things, or you're just really pretty. It could be as well that too, because let's be real, like to afford all that makeup and stuff like that, you got to be able to afford it. Okay. The knockout is here as well too. Very voluptuous. We could have some people here who are extremely voluptuous. There's a huge emphasis on the body with this pile. Really, like just like how he's like, again, looking at, he just wants to touch, you know, but he can't. He has to be sneaky about it. Okay, I'm seeing pretty feet as well too. Very pretty feet. I don't know if you've been complimented on this, a few of you, but like your feet are very attractive. I don't know why that's coming through. And stylish, very stylish here. The way you mix clothes, the way you like, you know, just exude yourself. And I don't care if you're rocking the effortless look. That effortless look actually looks like, to me personally, it takes a lot of time. Because you're seeing a lot of mismatching as well too. Some people, you know, the way they're throwing things together, you would just never think that goes together, but on them, it just looks amazing. So there's just a lot of effort put into one's physical appearance, and this is very, very attractive. The temperance can also talk about like that level-headedness as well too. You seem like a catch. You are a catch. I shouldn't say you seem, but that's what they feel like. You are a catch. And listen, if any of you pick this for like your husband, oh wow, your husband definitely leveled up, or feels like they definitely, you know, got the best catch in the sea. Okay. The other thing too, you invoke, okay, I'm going back to that dangerous thing. I feel like, I don't know why I want to say this, because this is not an excuse, but I feel like you invoke something with men, like they want to be coming out of themselves and acting dangerous with you. So I don't know what this says. I don't know if it's that like you're the good girl and we want to take you and like maybe do bad things. And I don't mean like bad, like I'm not going to the nines with this. So don't come at me and say like, oh, I'm glorifying dangerous behavior. What I mean by that is like, you could be a very predominant good type girl and they're just like, let's go do something spicy, you know, like, I want to do that with you. Like, I need to do that with you. So you may get a lot of bad boys. I don't know. There could be this pile that get that, or they're like, I want to go into like maybe the forest and do something, or maybe like the washrooms. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. But this also is something that they find very attractive. And I feel like with this pile, you may tend to get the opposite, something very opposite of the way that you are. Some of you could feel like that. So with this pile, you're actually, you know, when we're talking about what men find attractive about you, you're actually invoking a lot of men who may be the opposite of you. And that's why they find you so attractive, because you're so different than them. So different. But I'm not going to lie, with this pile, you may get used a lot. Okay. May get used a lot. I feel like there could be something here where we are attracting, not always attracting the best suitors. And it's like, I haven't done the reading yet for the second, the follow-up at this moment when I'm saying it. It's there now, but at the time of I'm reading this right now, I don't know exactly what that might be. But again, you could just be a challenge. You could be very much a challenge, and this kind of weeds out a lot of people. And this is where it may be a bit difficult for you to find those who are on your level. Could be. But I just feel like because of the grandiose of nature of your personality, we tend to, I feel like, attract, it's harder and harder for us to find people kind of like on our level in a sense, okay? I feel like people also, men, might find something also attractive about you too here where, in a bad way, it could be like a level up as well too, just because you're an asset or you have so much going for you. So I feel like with this pile, you probably would benefit from that second follow-up reading, because I do feel like with this pile, you've probably been used a lot, okay? I'm not saying it's your fault at all. There could be something deeper going on. And that's exactly why I do those types of readings, the follow-up ones. Because let's be real, it exists. I'm sure that everybody who's watching this has, there's people who have not found love or it's been harder for them. But if you're not one of those and you've kind of, been doing great in love, or you're even married at this point or have a boyfriend, it's just like, again, you're a catch. You're a catch. You're the best catch in the sea. And I feel like here, you just keep it elevated. You keep it going. You've got a strength about you. You're warm. You're nice to be around. And you could be also too with this, these cards as well too, a great like confidant, someone to speak to, someone who understands, just a rock solid, real good personality. So this was your reading, pile 3. Let me know what you thought, guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Hi, pile 4. Okay, before we get started, a couple things to note. If there's anything that you like about this reading, please don't hesitate to give it a like, comment. I love reading your guys' comments. Please understand that this is going to be a reading for thousands of people, so not everything that I mentioned within this one pile can resonate with just you watching, so please take what resonates and leave the rest, but please listen to the message in its entirety. We are going to work between the cards first, and then I'm going to tap into remote viewing by holding my blue aquamarine crystal, so stay tuned for that. If you'd like to catch the flip side of this reading, so I am a person, a reader who definitely engages in the shadow side, because that's just what it is. There's always going to be an opposite side to everything. So if you'd like to check the flip side of this topic, which would be what men find unattractive and insanely unattractive about you, that will be offered through my Patreon platform. You can find the link to that in the description box or in the comment section. If you'd like to book a private reading, please check the last link that will take you to my Fiverr platform. As well as, guys, I know a lot of you don't know I have a second channel. Please check out the first link in the description box. I am planning to make a few videos, and I don't want you to miss out on a message that might be for you in one of them. So please go check it out. It's the first link, again, in the description box. So let's get to your reading, pile 4, because like, wow, I really, listen, looking at these cards at just face value, I mean, you are really sweet, like you're sweet, and you may be like, well, I have the worst luck. Listen, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about those who find you insanely attractive. And regardless if something's working out or not, it doesn't mean that those people don't find you attractive. But you are really sweet. Like your whole vibe is like the real cute girl next door. But I'm not saying that you can't be a surprise, because listen, the girl next door can surprise you once she gets, behind closed doors. But like, you're just really sweet. And I just feel like this, like really smiley, I'm not supposed to be getting into remote viewing, but your laugh, I don't know if there's like a giggle or like, I just want to make you laugh. Like, you're so sweet. I know you're like, please, like really? Yeah, that's just what I'm seeing. Sorry if it doesn't apply to you. But I don't know why it wouldn't. Why would you not think that you are? I feel that. I really do. Like, men are just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm transformed when I'm in your presence. You're just glowing, you know, and wow, I can't believe okay, so I only drew 3 cards on the top row for every other pile, but that came out flying. So I was like, wow, we've got an Empress and a Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups here. Wow. Like, so this is like double up, okay, on the sweetness. And, listen, you could be very attractive because of your nature. You have like a spirit about you that is very kind. And I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're saying, but you come across as a person who couldn't even hurt a fly. You know, like if you saw a fly, you would like, don't kill it. Just like try to get it out of the door, you know, like we don't want to do that, you know. You could be very grounded in like a healer way. And I've met people like this, so I know exactly what I'm seeing and feeling. It's just I have to get it out verbally to you guys. So listen, when men are meeting you, I feel like, or what they even find attractive about you, even if, you know, this reading's for anybody, it could be a boyfriend, a husband, doesn't matter, is how kind you are. Like you care about everybody, even sometimes before yourself. And it's like they watch and see what you're doing for others. You know, it's like what you're doing, like just, you know, being there for people. Just everybody wants to just be around you in your presence because you're like the Empress. You're like the mom, you know, like you're the mom of everybody. And it's so beautiful to watch, you know. And I feel like those men who are finding you attractive want to get in on that as well, too. It's like you're doing something for them as well, too. And I don't know if it's a confidant or if a person like, you know, I feel like men instantly feel like, you know, that person, that woman or that person, because I don't know, we may have some men watching, I could open up to them. I feel safe. I feel like I could open up to them. And I'm just maybe watching you from far away, but I just feel like instantly gravitated like a friend. Like you could be a friend, even though I'm attracted to you and I want more, but you could be a best friend. I feel it. It's very attractive. It just sucks me in, I feel like. And you know, to feel safe these days, it's like so rare. But I am going to say that, you know, they may feel like to some degree, like you're the one. You're the one. I'm not talking about what has transpired or if things have not worked out with men, but men do feel at some point like you're the one. And that could be like if it's been hard for them to leave you alone, or, you know, things don't work out and they can't get away. They always come back. But it's like, you're just, I don't know, so warm to be around. You know, the way you walk too is popping up right now in my head. I don't know if there's just something about the way that you walk. This is very attractive as well too. Like you've probably got a pair of legs on you that are just like, I don't know, I can't keep my eyes off of it. Now, I'm going in and out here. Looks like the remote viewing is not going to be able to wait to the end. But anyways, like I was saying with the cute girl next door, there also could be some of you who are quite traditional and men find it attractive. Those who are maybe within, you know, let's say you are talking about men of your tradition. You could be very like, you know, that person that is like a good choice, you know, traditionally to choose. But if it's just traditionally that you are a good wholehearted person and you care about others and you care about yourself, then this is also going to apply that too. There's something very traditional about you, and it can go from one spectrum to the other. It doesn't have to be super duper where we're, you know, again, talking about within your culture, but it's respectable, okay? Some of you may have offspring, and I know you're going to be like, well, most of the time that's unattractive. No, not to everybody. There's something very attractive too for the moms who are, I got to shout out to the moms who are watching. You're a very attractive person as well too because of the way that you are with your offspring, okay? The way you take care of them, the way that you mother, this is very attractive as well. Now, I'm going to tell you another thing with the 10 of Pentacles. It's an abundant card. You could look very abundant, and I mean like well endowed. You've got everything going on for you, or maybe you've just always had that one body part that was like really popping for you. It was like your best asset, something along those lines. It could be like that, but you could also appear very lavish. You don't, and I'm emphasizing the appear. I'm not saying that you are not humble, but you could have a really nice, like, I just feel like you've got it together with your look. Like your look is just, it's, even with people, it's very idolized. And you may be rocking like sneakers or sweatpants, but like you've got your own thing, but you look put together. 10 of Pentacles is really about that like foundation, okay? This is also very attractive. I think it's very unique. You have your own style. But let's be real with the Empress as well. Let's go a little deeper now. Like Empress is like gonna care about herself. You know, there could be some people here who are really into self-care and who are really just about like their spa treatments, you know, their nails, they take care of themselves. That's very attractive as well too. And let's be real, I guess men do like that, don't they? You know, I've heard actually from time to time here and there, men talk about how the nails are very important for them. They like that self-care. Like you've got that. It's very attractive. And you may be in a person who has never let that go. You know, some people get very tired, me included. And sometimes I fall off with that a bit. But you, not never, okay? You're very feminine. And I don't care if you're a man watching, but you are very feminine. And that is very pretty. Like I'm really hearing the word pretty, very soft, very delicate. I'm not saying you're not a strong woman, but it's attractive that you can play up both, okay? Now the 10 of Pentacles, just to be fair, can also talk about a really good job, having a good job. You could have that strong foundation as well. Like you take care of yourself, you take care of your family, you don't rely on nobody, you've got your own thing going on, you're not looking for a handout, you've already built up like your little palace, okay? That could also be very attractive. Now, the remote viewing is just like biting at me, so I'm just gonna jump right into that. But before I do, like I have to talk about that Queen of Cups though. You could have a way about you emotionally where you stir people, you stir men. Like men are attracted to you because you're able to like stir their emotional chords. I feel like men do fall for you very deeply. And when they go and they fall deeply, it's like a forever thing. Like you are able to like stay in their heart forever, for real. And, you know, there could be something also above a protective nature because Queen of Cups will make you want to protect. And let's be real as well, human nature, men are protectors, okay? So they like that you invoke that in them, that they want to be protective over you. Now, there's something, okay, I'm going into the remote viewing now. There's something with the dressing, there's colors. I don't know if this is a vibrantness about you. You tend to kind of like keep it very, again, colorful. Either that or you look younger, like you dress younger, you always look younger. Like this is attractive. So we could have some people here who are watching who are older, maybe 60, 50, but no one could tell. You keep it real young, real pretty, like soft. Again, you just look great. And again, I'm seeing the nails. And this is going to sound funny too, because this is like really the word they're giving me, but I know it sounds funny. Your hygiene and your cleanliness is just on another level. Like everything is taken care of. Like, I feel like I can't even see like nothing, like not even like a hair on your face. Like everything is taken care of. Like nails, like it's not even grown out a bit. And remember, don't click off if that doesn't resonate with you. It's just, I just feel like there's an uptake. And that's really coming through with this pile, really. So you've got that to your advantage. Some of you may look spiritual. This could be also very attractive. I'm getting here because the Empress, you know, can be a divine feminine. She sits in nature. There could be something different about you too as well. You may be on a different end of a spectrum here where we're now just like looking like we got, you know, crystals incorporated into our fashion. Maybe you have like a boho chic look. Maybe you got flowers in your hair, but still that's all very feminine and pretty and soft. I would think so. But then you've got tattoos as well too. So there may be some spiritual tattoos that you have on your body. This is also very attractive, but it's done in a nice way. Like it actually looks really pretty. It's not aggressive or vulgar. It looks like it's just I don't know. Those, you know what's funny? Those tattoos actually that you have may carry so much spiritual meaning to you that it actually like carries its own energy. Okay. If you've ever like kissed anybody, your kissing style I'm seeing very predominantly is very attractive. Again, it's very soft. It's very romantic. Very soft and romantic here. Like we've got romantic vibes just like popping out at me. I'm not really getting the vulgar type here or like an aggressive person. I mean, I'm not saying that when it doesn't call, when it doesn't, you know, it's not necessary that you don't, but for the most part, like you're really about handling people with kindness, and it does work to your advantage because remember, it's words, right? So the words are the important things. It's not how we deliver them. So even if you say it in a calm and nice way, it's still very, you know, you can still be, you know, a person who's not walked all over. Okay, again, I don't know why I'm being shown the gym. So I don't know here if we've got somebody who's really taking care of their physical appearance. I'm being shown the gym. This is very attractive. The fact that you're there, you make a priority for it. Or I don't know if they're showing that to me as well too, because you just are very about like clean eating, or you care a lot about that. Now, I'm going to tell you another thing with the Page of Cups, because that's poking out at me. You could be an offerer, okay? You could be a giver. There could be something very beautiful that people find very attractive. It hits their chords again, I'm telling you. And with this one, it could be anybody, not just men. You are a giver. I don't know if you are a person who, like, even if someone, like a man did you wrong, you'll still be there for him. Or you'll still offer him like an affirmation or send him like a meme to cheer him up, or because the Page of Cups is like a page's messengers, right? So it's not just how we speak. It could be like delivering messages, but it's very shocking and surprising. That's why that fish is popping out of the cup and the guy is taken aback by it. Like, oh, what are you doing here? You know, that energy of like selflessness or putting one's feelings aside to care about others sometimes. And it could be that you just see a bigger picture. That's very attractive. The fact that you're still able to remain peaceful and beautiful and full of love, no matter what has happened, or even if those men are coming through in this reading and like, I hurt you and look at what you do. Like you're still kind. You're still maybe making me food. I don't know what this is. But that's highly attractive. The ability to keep your peace about you, and that you don't have to, you know, allow anybody to disturb that. It's just so beautiful. I got nothing more with this pile. This was actually very enjoying. I have like a serene peace, like calming energy over me while channeling you guys. People like you are very rare. And I think, you know, regardless if people are telling you or not, I think people are very appreciative to come into contact with you. Please keep doing that. If that resonates with you, that you have not allowed anybody to like disturb your inner peace, just keep doing that, because it's the right way to be. Okay. You're beautiful. And I think you know it, but I wanted to tell you that today. If you'd like, again, to catch the flip side on what men find unattractive about you, you can definitely check the link in the description box or the link in the comment section. But I wish you all the best, guys. Take care.